Hello, Cherries. We are back. Good to see you. Welcome to Live Jerry Cherry Saturday, episode 8.2. And in this video, we're going to play modes from bright to dark. And hopefully it doesn't freeze up. I went live earlier at 1 o'clock today, about an hour 15 minutes ago, and I had a major crash. Something happened. I lost internet connection. So we're back up. So far, so good. I didn't even know that I froze until I looked up and seen that I was stiff. And so we're going to try this again. And so basically, brightness is the relative size of the interval of the chord or the scale. Hey, Fortune, good to see you here, my friend. I'm glad you didn't come earlier when we froze at 1 o'clock. So now that you're awake, that's a good thing. And so you probably noticed already, but the modes that we're talking about that go from bright to dark, the brightness is based on the size of the interval of the chord. So, we have the 7 modes. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7, and back to 1 again, which is the Ionian Mode, Dorian Mode, Phrygian Mode, Lydian Mode, Mixolydian Mode, Aeolian Mode, Locrian, and back to the Ionian again. But when we're talking about from bright to dark, we don't go in that order. Exactly, there's a different order for that in modes. And need to revisit some modes. Okay, so we're going to revisit it right now. But first, now that we're back in action on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're going to take a swig of some coffee with my favorite new mug I just got, Married to Myself, from my latest album. Hope you guys are caffeinated and awake on this beautiful, fine Saturday afternoon. Okay, so bright to dark. And we're going to be in E the whole time because it's the guitar player's key of choice. So instead of being in Ionian, it's basically Lydian. The 4th mode is the brightest of all the modes because it has the sharp 4. Open that sounds, as opposed to Ionian, which has the a regular perfect 4th. So even though that's the 1st mode, generally Ionian, as far as bright to dark, Lydian is the brightest. So basically Lydian's the brightest because it has the sharp 4. Then we're going down in degrees. That's going to get darker. The next one down would be the Ionian because it has the perfect 4th. Then after that, it's going to be the Mixolydian because that's a dominant 7th. So now we're dropping from major 7. So that's the 3rd, going towards the darkest. And then we have the Dorian, because then it gets minor after that. But it also has a major 6. So that gives it an uplifting feel. And then a step down from that is Aeolian, which is minor and has a minor 6. And then one step down from that is Phrygian, because it has a flat 9 and it's minor, so it sounds. And then one step below that, and the final one is Locrian, because that's a flat 5 as well, and the flat 9. Okay. And another way to realize this is that if you find the tritones in every key, they basically go down chromatically. So the brightest one is the Lydian. So here's the tritone. And the tritone is it's a flat 5 away from the root note. It sounds like this. So the tritone of Lydian is from the root to its flat 4. Sharp 4. The tritone from the Ionian is from the major 7th to the perfect 4th. The tritone from the Mixolydian is from the dominant 7th to major third. See what we're doing here? We're going down a half step, and it's bringing it down a mode each time. The tritone from the Dorian is a major 6 to the minor second. The tritone from the Aeolian is from the minor 6 to the natural second. And the tritone from the Phrygian is the 5th to a flat 9. And the tritone from the Locrian is a flat 5 to the root. So actually all we're doing is we're going from E, if you're in E, we're going. It's going from bright, which is, you know, if you listen to this chord, you know, to this chord, you have a drastic difference. Okay, so now a really fun way to improvise over this from bright to dark is to start on the in E as the 4 chord, right? Because it's Lydian. Now the 4 chord is always the 4th of. Now E is the 4th of the B. Now the 1, 4, 5 chords of that parent key, B is the parent key because E is the 4 chord of 1. So you have a 1, 4, 5 is B is the 1, E is the 4, F sharp is the 5. Now I prepared a little background track here for a couple of different chords. This first one's going to be just an E major triad. And what we're going to do is we're going to play E major triad, but we're also going to play the triads from the 3 chords, the parent chord, the 4, and the 5. So we're going to play a B triad, an E triad, and an F sharp triad. Let's see how this sounds. Hopefully you can hear that background track here. So here's the right, the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. Now I'm playing the E triad. Right? Let's play the parent key, the B. Now it's still the E major chord. So if someone's playing this on the piano, you could play B triad, B major. Back to E. Now when you play that B, listen to the notes that you have. The B is the 5th of E. The D sharp is the 7th of this E. So you have that really pretty tempo, right? Now the 5th of the B triad is a F sharp, which is the 9th of the E. So instead of playing around your E, which you already hear all those notes in the chord, you could play other notes like these. B triads everywhere. Now let's play the 5th. We already played the E, we played the B, let's play the F sharp. Listen to those notes. The F sharp is the 2nd. This is where you really hear the Lydian sound of the E, because we're playing the sharp 4. So the 3rd of this F triad, F sharp triad, is an A sharp. It really shows off that sharp 4. Rest on all these notes are really pretty. You have the 9th, sharp 4, and a 6th. See that? Now you can mix them up and play between all of them. Sounds like this. E triad, F sharp, B, E, F, E. Alright, so that's pretty cool, right? Alright, so now we do the same thing over E, but say E is the 1 chord. So you have E. What's 1, 4, 5 of E? E, A is the 4, B is the 5. Hey, Charles. How's it going, my man? All right. Is that Chuck? So, all right. Hopefully you guys are picking up some guitar stuff here. Brushing up on your modes. Doing all right. Drinking some coffee. Trying to stay caffeinated on this beautiful Saturday. And we're playing modes, and this stuff is like stuff that I learned a while back, and I don't practice enough of, so this is my excuse to come jam with you and to practice with you. So just like we play the Lydian mode, we're going to go back to the Ionian mode, which is just a major scale. So here's the triad. So instead of playing E, I'm going to play an A, which is the 4 chord. I'm going to play an I triad. I have my windows open today because it's really stuffy. I have the heat on, so you're going to hear ambulances, fire trucks. I mean, I live in Brooklyn. Wow. It's part of the song. Okay. So you got the A. What is the A over E triad? It's the 4th. All right, now here's the C sharp, which is the 3rd of A. What's that? That's the major 6th. That's the 6th of E. And then back to the root. So we'll play A triads. Once they resolve, it's that 3rd of E. Whenever you hit an A. Sounds like it wants to resolve. Okay, so they have B also. What's the B? We already went over that because it was in Lydian as well. So the B is the 5th, the 7th, the 9th is the cool note. Right here. Now the same thing, we'll go down one more time, and we'll go down to, we're going down the scope of from bright to dark, and we're going to play Mixolydian now. I don't have a 7 chord here, but I have a regular triad, which is just as good. So now the E right here is the 5, because Mixolydian is the 5 chord. Okay, so what's the 5? E is the 5 of A. So now the parent key is A. So we're going to play A triad, D triad, which is the 4 chord, D major, and E over this E chord. See what happens. We already played the A, so we know what that sounds like in the notes. Look what happens when I play a D triad over this E. Automatically, it tells us that it's a Mixolydian mode, it's a dominant, or no, because you have the D, that's the 7th of E, and dominant 7th of E. F sharp, that's the 9th of E. And you got the 4th, which is it's an A. So it's pretty cool. Here it wants to go up. Alright. That's pretty cool. You guys getting this? You having some fun with this? Alright, well if you do, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications. We've got a couple more to go through. We're going to go down now to a minor chord. The next one down is Dorian, so it's minor. So check this out. I'm going to switch my track here. Mute that. Now we're going to play an E minor chord. And what this minor is it's going to be Dorian. So now it's the 2 chord is Dorian. So the 2, what's the 1? D. Okay, so the 1, 4, and 5 of D, you have a D chord, you have a G chord, and you have an A chord. So while this E minor is playing, this E minor triad, which is an E, a G, and a B, it's going to sound like this. I'm going to play those 3 triads. I'm going to play a D major triad, I'm going to play a G major triad, and an A major triad. Let's see what that sounds like over this E minor. Here's the E. So a minor. So we'll play the G triad. No, play a D triad. What's that? The first note right off the bat is a D. So that's the 7th. We have the 9th, regular 9th, natural 9th. We have a 4th. The 9th, which is a nice note, the 3rd, okay. So let's play a G triad. What do we have here? We have the 3rd, minor 3rd. We have a B, which is the 5th. We have the 9th. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. Now what happens when we play the A over that? We have the 4th. A is the 4th of E. That note's pretty cool. C sharp. That's what gives it that Dorian feel, is that even though it's minor, it has a major 6. So it's really the 3rd of A. That's why a lot of guitar players will play that. Hey Aaron, how's it going, my friend? So we have an E minor playing in the background, and I'm playing an A major triad. So what happens is you have the A, you have the 3rd, major 3rd, and the 5th. It's just an A triad. Over that E minor, the A is the 4th. The C sharp makes it a natural 6. There's your 3rd. Now let's switch between all of them. The D triad, G, A, right, pretty cool, huh? Nice strat, thank you. I got it plugged right into my interface today. No amp. Going around. I'm using the Marshall plug-in. It's a the Marshall what's it called? It's the Silver Jubilee, which I actually have the real amp, which is actually Slash. It's a Slash head by Marshall. Came out in like 1987. It was the 25th anniversary of Marshall, and I actually have the Slash reissue of it because they only made those heads for 1 year. It's a silver anniversary, and they stopped making them. So Slash came out with them, put his name on it, but with the exact same specs as the Marshall 25th anniversary Silver Jubilee. So they make a plug-in now, and so I have that as well. And that's the sound you're hearing right now. All right. So, love the sound of this Strat? Cool. Thank you. I'm glad you could hear it, and I'm not frozen. All right. So, we'll keep going because we have a few more of these modes. We just did Dorian. We went from bright to dark, by the way, in case you're late. And we did Lydian, we did Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian. We're just getting darker. There's 3 more modes, Aeolian. Now, Aeolian is the 6th mode, right? So if E is the 6th chord, what is it the 6th of? G major. So we're going to play, while we have an E minor chord in the background, we're going to play a G major triad, a C major triad, and a D major triad. I'm going to see what those notes, how they're relevant over the E minor. Let's check that out. I did the E minor already. Right. So we'll do G major. The G is the 3rd of. The B is the 5th. The D is the 7th. Okay, we got that already. We're going to try it everywhere over the neck. Everywhere, you know. Okay. So, good G. Now, let's see what the C does. Alright, right off the bat, the C is a minor 6th. Pretty cool. The 3rd. Okay, so then we have the E is the E, the root note. Okay, so this C triad has the 6th, minor 6th, the root, and the minor 3rd. I mean, you know, so a lot of these notes they want to resolve. Here's a C. With string gauge, I'm using 10s. When I started playing guitar, I used 9s, but I like to give it a little thicker of a tone with 10s. Okay, so you have the C. Now the 5 chord is D. What does that make up? The D makes up the 7th. Then you have an F sharp. That makes up a 9th. And you have an A. Makes up a 4th. Okay? So it really gives it that minor Aeolian sound is when you hit the C. Because you have a minor 6. I got two more to run through. Turbulent Planet. Jerry, what mode is Louis Armstrong's Man on the Moon? Oh, man. All right. I'm the man on the moon, and I say to myself, I'm the man on the moon. I don't know. I got to figure that one out. That's so cool. It's good to see you, man. All right. Tumbling Planet. God. All right. You threw me a curveball there for a second. All right. Now, we're going to get a little crazy here. We're going to play the Phrygian Mode. So, if E, the Phrygian Mode is the third mode of the major scale, right? So if E, we're doing all these modes in E so that you can hear all the differences of the sounds. If E is the third mode, what's the first one? C. So you have C, D, E. Okay. So C is the parent key. What's the 1, 4, 5 of C? C, F, and G. So while this E minor triad is playing, I'm going to play a C major triad, an F major triad, and a G major triad over this. And please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff if you're having a good time. All right, here we go. Here's the minor chord. The minor triad. Okay. Play C triad. Which we did already. We realized that the C makes a minor 6. The roots and the third. What does the F chord do? No, that's not an F. Here's an F. That's where it gets weird. The F is a minor 9th over this triad. F. F. The third is an A, which is the fourth. Then you have a C again, so 6. So that F triad gives you a minor 9th, a 4th, and a 6th. Right? 6th, right there. That's really cool. So while someone's playing, this is the real metal mode right here. Someone's playing an E minor like this, with the Metallica sound. Okay, so F. You also have G. Just gives you the regular minor 5th. No, we'll go through all of them. All right. So last but not least, we have the Locrian Mode. So I made one more track for that, and this is the weirdest sounding one of all. This has a flat 5. So it's. Forgive me for this horrible backing thing. There's no my sustain died in the middle of it. So basically, what that is the Locrian is the 7th mode, and if it's an E, it's going to be a flat 5 chord like this. So it's E flat 5, and it's basically the 7th mode. So what is the root? What's going to be F? because that's the 1. So you have 7, F. So the 1, 4, 5 of F is F, B flat, and C. So over this E diminished chord, which is going to sound like this, we're going to play an F triad, a B flat triad, and a C triad. Let's see what that sounds like. Here's the E. So here's the F. We know what that sounds like. The third makes, you have the 4th. Once again, we already went through this. You have the 6th. You have the minor 9th, which gives that really crazy sound. Okay, this is the weirdest sounding mode. No one uses this, but me, right now. So then you have the 4 chord, which is a B flat. Let's see what that does. B flat. Here's the starts on the flat. You have the flat 5. Then you have a 7th, minor 9th, back to 7th again. Then you have a C. You can play E just to make it some sense out of it. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? So we just went through 7 different modes. I mean, when someone says, hey, let's jam in E, you have all this stuff, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So you have 7 different modes from bright to dark, and all we did to do that is we just dropped 1 note from every chord, basically. You know, it got bright from Lydian to Ionian, to Mixolydian, to Dorian, to Aeolian, Phrygian, to Locrian. So if you kind of look at it that way, you see that slight change in the harmony gives you all those different, and then you're playing triads based off of, because every time I change, it's a different key. You know, so you have different triads to play over all that stuff. So I'm emphasizing those notes in the triad are really giving me those target notes that are really kind of showing you, they're emphasizing the modes and all the different degrees in the scales that you play. So I'm still working on this stuff too myself too, but it's fun to share, you know, my learning process. You know, I learned this stuff years ago, but you know, to know it is one thing, but to actually play it is the important part, because you have to, you know, you make music out of this stuff. And it's good to know because, you know, it just opens up your mind to just hearing different things, because you might have heard these things in your life, but until you understand why they sound that way, you know, you don't really have the benefit of just kind of grabbing it whenever you need it, you know. So hopefully this helps you, and hopefully you had a good time here today. So you guys doing all right out there? You drinking your Saturday cappuccino? What are you drinking? Tumbling Planet? Scotch? Bourbon? Let's see, it's not even 3 o'clock yet. Chardonnay? So hopefully you guys had a good time. I know we probably went a little bit long. My internet crashed earlier. I was supposed to go on at 1 o'clock today, and then it's stupid thing just died. And it's, you know, that's what happens when you go live. So yeah, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. I release a video every Wednesday, so please check that out. This past Wednesday I did the guitar solo to Talk Dirty to Me from Poison, and I break that down, teaching how to play it. And not only do I just show you the solo, but I tried to explain how you could use this stuff in your own, your own music when you're writing your own stuff, and so you could understand how this stuff works. The Phrygian Dominant, yeah, Phrygian Dominant's a great mode. Basically all that is, if you're playing like the Phrygian is this mode. But if you take the third, if you make it from minor to major, you have that. And the reason why they even came up with the Phrygian mode, Phrygian Dominant, because it resolves to the A very nicely. Whereas if it was just a regular Phrygian mode, it would be a minor. Then it doesn't sound as good, but this resolves. That's why they raised that note. A. E, the major third, dominant, to A. That's a whole other lesson on the harmonic minor, because that's the basically, what is it? It's the third mode of the harmonic minor, which is a Phrygian Dominant, which is very relative to this. So if you know this stuff, that's the next. You get melodic minor, harmonic minor, modes. All that stuff is so amazing. I mean, if you think this stuff sounds cool, what do you hear like all those modes? I really dig that stuff. I'm the man on the moon, what a wonderful world. I love that. Oh, I miss you, man. All right. Well, anyway, I'll let you guys go. It's been a while. I've been on a little bit longer than normal, and so yeah, that's why they made the melodic minor, and the whoever created music back in those days, like Beethoven days, they needed some kind of chords that would correctly lead from one chord into another, and that's what I heard. They created the melodic minor and harmonic minor for that one reason alone. So we'll dive deeper into that in maybe next weekend. So thanks for spending some time with me. Every Thursday, if you're not on my Facebook, I do like an hour and a half show of like just originals and covers every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern time. So check that out, and we have a great time over there playing fun stuff, fun covers and originals and requests and everything. So please check that out. That's it. And check out my latest video that I did with my Poison video. Talk dirty to me. I think you'll enjoy that. And love you guys. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Sorry I had a failure on the internet earlier, but that stuff happens, right? So I think that is it. We'll call it a day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I know I will. Be cool. Be kind. Be cherry. All right. Love you guys. See you soon, my friends. Peace. Miss you, Tumbling Planet. You rock, my man. Aaron, thanks, buddy. And check out Aaron's YouTube channel. He does some great stuff on there. Just amazing, like demonstrations and playing. Aaron Short music. Really cool stuff. My pleasure, my man. Good seeing you. Come back next Saturday. If you have any requests of what modes, maybe I'll do the harmonic minor. We'll go through that next weekend. Grab your guitars. We'll jam together. Getting through this, you know what I mean? Hey, we want to play. Here's a reason. Here's an excuse to break out the guitar, spend a few hours, spend a half an hour every Saturday, at least kind of going through the stuff. That's what I want to do. So, see you guys Thursday and Saturday. All right, peace.